Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're going for a drive and a chat, but I'm not driving. I'm parked. I'm waiting for a friend. We've got a lunch date, and so I just thought I would give you a little bit of kind of what's on my mind this morning. So first off, I woke up this morning and I had like 6 emails and text messages from different clients, and it was kind of really interesting because all of them are in a relationship with someone with narcissistic personality disorder, and all of them were looking for most of them are breaking up with the person, or the other person has broken up with them at this point. So it's kind of like this has all been in the last like 4 to 6 weeks that I've been really working through this. So this has kind of been an interesting thing for me, and all of them are kind of like a little bit differently on the rails or on the trail to kind of get healed and working on things. But I will tell you that most of them are truly craving that closure. They're really, really craving that closure with that narcissistic personality. And the narcissistic personality really can't do that. And let me explain. The reason why they're really wanting that closure is because they have felt unloved, unappreciated, that they've put all of their energy into this relationship and done whatever it's taken to kind of make it work. And no matter what they've done or how they've done it or anything else, they haven't felt appreciated. They haven't felt loved in any way. I also feel like they are in some way trying to get some type of closure or some type of like I matter to this person energy in there. They're trying to like, I want to know that I made a difference in this person's life, or that they love me in some way. And the saddest part is a narcissistic personality can't do that. And now they're not the only disorder that can't do that. I will say they're the most prominent ones though. They just don't have the maturity level to do it. It's like it's too mature for them. They can't do it because to them it's, I have to blame everybody else for what's going on in my life. It's one of those, everything, I have to blame everybody. I have to tell them that they're the ones that are wrong. I have to tell them they're the ones that did something wrong. It can't be on me. It's always everybody. It's always that other person's fault. And the hard part is that other person that's taking now all the guilt that you're giving them from the relationship has been the one that's given and given and given. Usually they're the ones that do all the work in the relationship. They've done all the, cooking or cleaning or the majority of stuff. They're the ones that have taken care of you and washed your clothes. And if you have kids, they've taken care of the kids. They have done everything they possibly could to the whole extent that they could. And it's still not been enough. And now that the relationship is ending, either they did it or you did it, it doesn't matter. It's one of those, all they're really asking for is that closure, to know that they matter, to know that you love them, to know that you cared about them. But that narcissistic personality disorder just can't do it. They just can't take the blame. And if they were to take the blame, it would always be kind of a half-hearted or kind of like that gutless kind of like, I apologize, I cheated, and the only reason why I cheated is because you cheated. So it's like, that's not really an apology. That's kind of not accurate. So it's one of those people with this kind of disorder, or I'm saying, like, or have a huge ego, usually cannot admit that they're wrong. They just can't do it. And I almost think it's kind of like they'll implode if they were to admit that they were wrong. If they were to say, yes, oh yeah, I did this wrong, or I did that wrong, or I could have done this differently. They can't. They just can't go there. So a lot of them end up with a lot of relationships that they can come back to because they never gave that person closure when they're ready to start a new relationship. Sometimes, they'll jump into one right away and then come back and go, well, let me give you closure, or let's meet up for dinner and we can talk or chat. And that person's like, finally, I can get the closure that I deserve. And they go to the restaurant, and then the narcissistic is in that honeymoon phase, and they're all sweet and loving, and oh yes, I apologize for this because of that, and they give them a little bit of what they needed. But I will tell you that usually what happens is they really don't get what they want. That narcissistic personality has kind of let them bring that energy back in, and usually they'll always leave that door open. Narcissistic people have to be in a relationship constantly. It's a constant energy of like always talking to one person while they're in a relationship, or two people or whatever else, so that there's always a backup. If this relationship goes bad, I've got someone else I can jump into a relationship with right away, because they really don't want to be alone. And they don't know how to do it alone, because like I said, the other person has done everything. The washing, the cooking, the cleaning, the helping, all that kind of stuff. The other person has done everything, and they just don't know how to do it or want to do it. It's kind of like, that's beneath me. I don't know how to do this because that's beneath me in that energy. And so if you're looking for closure from a narcissistic personality, I hate to tell you, it's not going to happen. And the best thing you can do is give closure to yourself. I did a video on this not too long ago. I'll make sure that they come out at the same time or close at the same time frame, so you can watch both of these and hopefully get you some deeper insight into all things closure with a narcissistic. I thank you so much for being here, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.